And how's it going, man?
Good. How's it going?
It's going all right. Could be better.
Yeah. I mean, has anything happened to you this weekend?
Uh, Nothing eventful. Just having to deal with a lot of people and waiting on people so I could do my advancements. It's just really annoying.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Whenever you have to wait on somebody so you can get something pushed forward in your life, it's just it gets annoying.
Yeah, that's just how it is when you're growing up.
Yeah, it's a big waiting game, it seems.
Yeah, it's not like back in the day when you can just like play with toys and stuff and just have fun.
Yeah, childhood was really easy, and I don't know why I had issues back then. Just like we always had kid issues, like, oh, I can't do this or I can't go outside. That wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
All the problems are now. If I could just go back to being a kid, that'd be nice.
I mean, yeah, I probably would, like, I don't know. It kind of went by quick for me, so.
Just fucking have your parents cook for you all day and, build with Legos and, do whatever. Video games or something.
Yeah, I'd like remember that one song. I forgot by the band's name. I think it was 21 Pilots. It's literally it has to do with something about being a kid again.
Oh, well, they hit the nail on the head with that. 'Cause I'm telling you, man, this shit's so stressful.
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, I mean, we didn't do anything back when we were kids. All we did was go outside, go to school, come home, not do homework, and just fuck around all day. And we didn't have any responsibilities. We didn't have anything like that. The only thing that I had was like an Xbox and a really big Lego set. And that was probably about it. And
Some Nerf guns.
Yeah, Nerf guns, and that got me through it. That got us through it. That's all we ever did was hang out and do Nerf shit all the time. But yeah, all we used to do was, play with Nerf or do something with the Xbox or maybe do some Lego building and whatnot, but that was about it. Things that kids do nowadays, or even like preteens, late teenagers do is Vine used to be a thing. It's no longer a thing, but that was kind of creative. That was kind of cool. That's different. I didn't mind stuff like that. Or like, have you seen that Musically? Do you know what that is?
Oh, the Musically. Yeah, I've seen that before. I have like a friend who has like a little brother who uses that. I think he got a chance to sing with Selena Gomez.
Really?
Yeah.
That's definitely different. Yeah, I mean,
Oh wait, I'm thinking of something different maybe.
Okay, so basically, what the app does is you play a song in the background and you record yourself lip singing.
Ooh, I was thinking of something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like this like off topic for a minute, but there's this like there was this app that allowed you to like connect with a celebrity and be able to sing with them.
Oh really?
Yeah,
that was different.
Yeah, I was thinking of something completely different.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah, I forgot the name though.
You know Jacob Sartorius, right? Like
Jacob Satori.
Yeah, everyone wants to kill that kid. You don't know, he's like the most annoying kid since like Justin Bieber, or I guess he's more annoying than Justin Bieber was.
No,
never heard of him. Yeah,
first time I'm hearing about him.
Yeah, he got really dirt famous from doing these Musically videos, voicing himself over people and rapping like over it, and not even really rapping. He didn't say one word. He just lip synced it. That's it.
Right.
And he's going on tours, and I don't know what he's doing on these tours, but I'm assuming he's just lip singing. Maybe. I have no idea. But yeah, the kids are doing stuff like that, or they're on their iPads, and they're not really kind of doing what we did. And I mean, maybe it's not less creative, because I mean, I guess kids that were in the like 50s and kids who were in like, those times, they played with like toy cars and shit like that, but they weren't messing around with Legos. They probably had Lincoln Logs or something like of that, the equivalent. So maybe they were thinking the same thing whenever stuff came out around our age, because we were playing with, Xboxes and stuff. So they're probably thinking the same thing. But so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, I don't know. I just hope the generation turns out all right.
Yeah,
because we're gonna have to live with them when we get older.
Yeah,
they'll be taking care of us.
They'll be tech savvy. I mean,
yeah, they'll definitely be tech savvy. I mean, I'm not bad. I'm not too bad with technology nowadays. I mean, I guess I could be better, but like I don't know any like really famous people, or I don't keep up to date with stuff like that. I know the people who, you know, you should know, like really good actors or authors, directors, stuff like that. But I don't know all these class B, C celebrities that are, I guess, good rappers in their industry or singers or whatever that these kids know, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll hear these names, I'll be like, who is that? I have no idea who that is. And I sound like an old guy already. And it's weird. Have you ever had that? Like,
I'm always a fuddy-duddy.
where you sound old when people are talking and they're just
Yeah.
like, oh, who's that? Or what? Like,
I'll like hear a couple of months ago I heard about Cardi B. I didn't know who the fuck that was, and then I heard one of her songs. I was like,
oh, I didn't even know she was a singer. So I just thought she was some weird internet person like the Catch Me Outside girl or something. So, yeah, I
I
didn't
know
know
she was like a stripper beforehand, and then she decided to get into the rap game.
Aren't they all? I mean, but yeah, man, it's just weird. Kids don't. We're getting these weird personalities out there that are making tons of money. Like I was just talking about the Catch Me Outside girl. She was making buku bucks, and she's got cash. She's like rich now from being off Dr. Phil and acting a fool everywhere. And you know, and then I saw a video today. It was like the Catch Me Outside girl runs into some other wannabe white trash girl, and they're like kind of going back and forth at each other, yelling, saying, "Run it, bitch, run it, do it," in the middle of the street. I'm just looking at it and analyzing, and you got all these like big, tall guys in the mix, and they're trying to break them up, and it just looks terrible. These two little tiny girls going at it in the middle of the street, and they're getting rich off of it.
Why?
It makes me want to be a dickhead and just go and do some crazy shit and then get rich and then be like, I was just kidding, guys. I'm actually a decent person. But they're not. They're just yeah. Did you hear about Gunny?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That sucked. What happened to him?
Yeah, pneumonia.
74. He passed away.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, pneumonia out of all things. That guy's probably seen a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, he has.
And complications from pneumonia was the thing that took him out. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder. It's like, what's gonna take me out one day? You know, it could be anything. It could be anything.
Would you ever want to know that?
No.
No.
Would you? If you could look into the future and someone could say, "Hey, you're gonna drown," like, would you never want to go in water?
I mean, I'm not a swimming.
That was a bad thing. Someone says you're gonna choke. Would you never want to eat again? You know what I mean? Someone says you're gonna die. You're gonna choke on something for sure. That's how you're gonna die. For sure. No. So like, okay, Ed, you're gonna die from choking on something. Okay.
I will mash all my food.
You're gonna just blend it all.
Why not? I'll cheat death.
What the fuck? All right. Death says you're gonna fall, or you're gonna die in a car accident.
I'll never drive again.
You're never gonna get in a car with anybody. You're not gonna Uber. You're gonna have the bike to work. And then what happens if a car hits you on your bike? What happens if it was a car accident? You're involved in you're walking to work, anything, and you just got hit by a car. Wouldn't that be terrible? That would ruin your life.
Yeah.
You would have a life that wasn't worth living anyway. You might as well just end it right then and there.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminded me of the time when that one teacher was actually trying to bike across America to promote some form of awareness. I think like
for cancer or something, probably.
Yeah, and then it was cut short because a guy wasn't paying attention.
Shit. That's crazy. When I was littler, I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club, and there was a guy who was a special guest there, and he ran from New York to Florida, and then he he made a stop at the Boys and Girls Club while he was resting up, and he was giving a speech on why he did it, and he was doing it for I think it was autism or something like that. He was a doctor, I believe, and he just said screw it. He retired and decided to run across country. And then he went from New York to Florida, made a stop at the Boys and Girls Club, and he was like, yeah, I went through 11 pairs of shoes on the journey here. So I was like, shit.
11 pairs?
Yeah, 11 pairs of shoes on the journey. And then he said, he's like, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be here for 2 weeks resting up. And then he said, on this date, I'm gonna go from Florida to California, and we're just like, Jesus, Florida to California, and it was kind of humbling. So I was just like, no one does that.
Yeah, no one really does that much.
Yeah, you don't hear any good deed stories like that. I mean, you do, but not all the time. You hear stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's crazy. So you would rather know when you're gonna die or no?
Yeah. Nah, I really wouldn't.
Really, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I mean, it's not from. I mean, terrible. No, I'd rather just not have that thought.
Yeah, it's just bad news for thought. It would just ruin your life.
Kind of.
Really.
Maybe.
It really would ruin it. I mean, I definitely would not want to know.
Yeah. But, I mean, but would you, like, really fear death? Like, how would you just, like, be on that? Like, what is the concept of death for you then?
Like, wait, so are you asking, do I fear it now?
Yeah.
As a person? I mean, no. So, like, the way I look at it is, like, it would suck if it happened, obviously. And it depends on circumstances. Like, it depends if was I in, like, a bank robbery and it was just, like, this guy was holding guns and, you know, you didn't know who was going to get picked or if he was going to, you know, do something like that. Or was I, you know, going down in the plane? What my initial thoughts would be while I was going down. Or it depends what situation it is. Give me a situation.
Let's see. Maybe, like, all right. Think about it this way. Since let's just be a little bit current with the trends of right now, like how everything's like going bad right now with like gun violence and all the people that's going on.
Okay.
Like what happened if there was like somebody like just straight up, you're like in a store one day, you're just with your girl, guys are about to buy something, and there's just a regular all day at like maybe at a Walmart, and a guy, you just all of a sudden you just hear like people screaming, and there's just like usually just guns, you're being shot in the distance. What would your reaction be? How would that be?
I'd say we need to get the fuck out of here.
But what if like they planned it out and just had
they were just fucking multiple people in the store?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd pull my fucking piece out. I'd pull my piece out really quick, and I'd fucking have it up in the gunfight quick. And I'd go down shooting. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I'd go down making sure some other people got out. And I know it's easier said, but fuck, I'm going to throw some rounds out.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean.
Or I could just sit there and get shot up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's like.
If I'm going to die anyway, just go out guns blazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What about you? But I don't fear it happening. So I'm like, when it happens, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, if I was trapped underwater in a car, of course I'd be scared. Of course I'd be like, fuck, I'm gonna die. You're gonna get that feeling.
Yeah.
But if I had a chance to control if I lived or die, kind of like in a situation like that, I would have to be calm and composed and kind of like maybe let fear be an asset. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't cross this corner, because maybe there's a gunman on the other side. Like, use fear to my advantage, but not let it affect my survival. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but if I get shot in the fucking throat and I'm bleeding out, yeah, I'm just going to say I'm dead. But I'm going to keep throwing shots out.
Yeah.
If I can move.
Die fighting.
Yeah, exactly. What about you? So, like, I'm going to give you a similar... I don't want to give you the same thing. I want to give you something different. You're skydiving, your parachute doesn't open with your skydiving instructor. You both are fucked. And he's like, I'm sorry. While you guys are going down. How would you feel?
I would just tell the guy, it's like, you just give me a hug.
Oh, fuck. That's scary. That's sad.
I mean, if the parachutes are real aren't working, I just say, it's like, look, man, it's just you and me.
Would you be scared, or would you be like, fuck?
Oh, hell yeah. I'd be scared. I'm just like, I'm falling to my death. The parachute ain't working.
I'd be scared too.
But if the skydiving instructors aren't there, I was like, look, man, at least we're not alone.
Yeah, I have these weird dreams.
Right.
Okay, weird dreams. So basically, it's about, I'll be anywhere. It's either I'm on a ledge, right? And there's nothing behind me. There's nothing to the left or right of me. It's just white. And I'm on this rock ledge. And I'll have the choice to either just chill there and hang out until I wake up, which never happens, or I jump. And sometimes I can control that dream, and I'll be like, okay, you know what? I'll just jump, and then I'll be hurtling towards the ground, and like I'll see the ground coming closer and closer to me, and as soon as I hit it, all I see is black, and then I kind of wake up and then go right back to sleep. I'm like, damn, those dreams are weird. That's a weird dream. Or I have a similar one where I'll just be standing somewhere. It could be anywhere in a crowd full of people, or it could be me just anywhere in the world. And then I'll be catapulted, just catapulted at some insane speed. And I can feel like the rush of, like, you know, when you're in a roller coaster and your guts kind of go into your stomach. Yeah, I could feel that rush going, like my guts flying, and I could feel the wind hitting my face. And then there's a point where I stop and I just start falling back down, and then I wake up. It's really weird.
See, I know about like dreams, like just straight up falling dreams, but being catapulted into the air.
Yeah, dude, I've had weird dreams.
I don't
And I remember
that.
them.
I wonder if anybody who's listening to this would know.
I'm curious. If you do, just comment. I'm definitely curious about that.
Yeah.
I had other dreams too, man. Like, I've had things like teeth falling out. Have you ever had dreams like that?
Honestly, I kind of stopped dreaming a while back.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's weird. I don't know, cause like when I sleep, I go into like the deep state of sleep. Like I just like
You just black out and wake up in the morning.
Yeah, just black out, wake up in the morning. Whatever dream I have there, it's not even like an actual dream. Like I'm not even living it. It's like sort of like a flash of images coming through my head.
What?
Yeah, and it's not comprehensive, and I'm just like, I don't even want to bother with it. So it's like, yeah, I kind of just wake up from this like this heavy drunk feeling. It's weird.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
I mean, I used to get like a lot of like sleep paralysis and some lucid dreaming.
You know, I recently had sleep paralysis, and I thought I was having a seizure.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I was just laying down, and all of a sudden I just started like shaking out of nowhere. Just like my entire body was shaking, and I couldn't stop it. But I knew what was going on. I was like, what's going on? And then I just fell right back asleep. And then I woke up, and I was like, did that just happen? I don't even know how long I slept for, but I was like, did that just happen? So then I called my dad, and I was like, since my dad's a paramedic, I was just like, I explained what I was having, and I was like, I think I had a seizure. He was like, no, that's sleep paralysis. And I was like, huh? He was like, sometimes it could feel like a seizure or something. And he said, I have it all the time. So I was just sitting there, okay, you know?
I remember I used to have like a sleep paralysis too, but I remember there was this one that was just straight up weird. Like everything that was going on real time was also going on for me while I was in that sleep paralysis, which was weird. Like I remember I was like stuck in it, and I saw my brother just walk into my room, and I kind of just started screaming to him, like, help me get up. But nothing's coming out. I hear myself, but nothing's coming up. Like nothing's coming out of my voice. Nothing's coming out. I'm trying to like scream. I'm trying to move, but nothing. And it's weird. But I'm seeing everything going on.
You're
still
trapped.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like I was like
coma or something.
I was like, crap. I'm like, what's going on? Like I feel like did I mess up?
That sounds like a coma experience. Have you ever heard of these people that are in comas for 17 years and waking up? Have you ever heard of what their experiences were?
No.
So I was reading like a few years ago on some forum talking about man wakes up from coma after like 17, 19 years. So, and there's another one where a man woke up after 5 years. And I'm not sure which one I'm referring to, but in one of them, he was talking about how his mom was by his side, and he's physically heard her say like something along the lines of, I wish you died. Why can't you just die already? So it's like something along those lines, but he was saying all the hurtful things that people had said when they came in to visit him. And he just said his mom was next to him saying, die already, die. So they're like, do you still talk to your mom? And he's just like, no. He's like, I'll never talk to her again. She doesn't love me. She came when she told me, when she visited me, she told me all those things. And she's hoping, that I died and stuff like that. So obviously, why would I talk to her? And they were saying, what if what you were experiencing wasn't real? And he was like, listen, I know exactly what I was experiencing. I left my body every day, multiple times. And I could wander around. And yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, out of body experience.
Like this outer body experience.
I've had those too. Like I've had like times where I just like woke up in the middle of the night, and I would just try to like do this little simple test where if you reach for your phone, you pick it up and just try to turn it on, nothing comes on. That's how you know like you're like in like I don't know what the state's called. I don't know what that is. Like it's like I don't know, it's an out of body experience, and I've like gotten up and walked around before. It's weird, but also it felt like my body was trying to get like suck me back in, like it was
like your soul was like out of your body.
Yeah, my soul was leaving, but my body was like, no, get back here.
Yeah,
like come.
That's definitely weird. What happened? I'm kind of curious because I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never experienced something of that phenomenon, but I'm wondering what happens if your whatever it is, your spirit, your whatever, gets too far away. Have you ever like got really far away when that happens?
I mean, the farthest I ever got was to my front door, but then after that, I kind of just like got a little bit scared, and then I just felt like everything rushed back to me, and I just woke up.
That's weird.
And then, you know, I did a little test again to see if I was stuck in it, checked my phone. It was back. It was turning on normally. I was like, oh, all right.
So explain. So whenever you have an experience like that, the first thing you do is you check your phone. If your phone doesn't turn on, you know you're having that outer body experience.
I mean, that's one of the things that I've read online.
So you've looked into this?
Yeah, I've looked into it because I was just like one day, like I was just checking my phone. I was like, why is it not turning on? Like,
so other people have had this experience.
Yeah, and I checked, and everybody was just like, yeah, like that's just one of the ways you can find out that you're having one of those weird feelings. I don't know if it was like lucid dreaming or anything, because I doubt it was lucid dreaming. Because lucid dreaming, you kind of just have full control of what's going on in your mind and stuff. But this was just straight up. I was just getting up, walking around. I turn around. There's just me sleeping. My body just right there.
So you saw yourself?
Yeah.
That's so weird. That's different. I've never heard of anything close to like that. Ever.
Yeah, I don't know. maybe someone did. And maybe they can explain that to me.
Yeah, that's definitely... That's weird, man. It is. Do you know what I just saw right now?
What?
It says, okay, so I heard about this a few weeks ago, that touching on, you know, kids not playing with toys and whatnot, they're shutting Toys R Us down.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're shutting Toys R Us down. And I just saw recently, I just saw recently right now that it says that a billionaire tycoon is offering to basically bail out Toys R Us.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a good investment. It doesn't.
It doesn't, but who am I? I'm not a billionaire.
But, I mean, just, like, think about it. Like, these days, just kids are more into, like, iPads, tablets, you know, their phones.
That's probably why they're going out of business.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, like, you can come up with all kinds of reasons, but in the end, if a kid doesn't feel like buying a toy, he's going to want to play on his phone, try to play that one app game, or just go on his Xbox or something.
Yeah, it says that a toy tycoon has submitted a formal bid to purchase 274 U.S. Toys R Us stores. Isaac Larian, the billionaire founder and CEO of MGA Entertainment, submitted a bid of $675 million to buy 274 Toys R Us stores in the United States. He also bid another $215 million to buy 82 stores in Canada. Larian's company produces toys like Brat Stalls and Little Tykes. So that's interesting, because what if he does something, and this could be profitable, what if he does something along the lines of downsizing Toys R Us, making it a smaller store, and making deals with Apple, Android, and other tech companies to carry these things that kids are purchasing nowadays?
Wouldn't be Toys R Us anymore then.
It's already not Toys R Us.
It'd be like a new form of Radio Shack, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, what if he did something along those lines and kept things on the shelves that still sold, like Legos and Brats and Barbies? Those will always sell. Barbies,
yeah,
stuff like that will
always sell. But I mean, you gotta compete with places like Walmart, Target, and they just have like the toys that all the kids just would regularly buy. You know, not like all kinds of toys. Like Toys R Us was known for.
Well, because I remember at one point, probably like in 2003. My sister was just barely born, and she wanted to get something like that. She wanted to get Barbie or something, but she always got those Brat stalls. And I guess Bratz undercut Barbie big time, and they were losing a lot of customers to Bratz because I guess it was a big like teenager thing, and teenagers wanted the Brat stalls because they could relate to them, you know, because they were teenagers. They were based off teenagers, and Barbies were based off women, and they didn't want to play. They wanted to play with I guess kids their age or whatever. I don't know what it was, but anyways, this guy is a CEO of Bratz. So what happens if he decides to say, okay, we'll no longer be selling Bratz in Target, Walmart, etc. We're only going to sell them in Toys R Us. It'll be an exclusive to Toys R Us.
But would it be worth it? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know his intentions. Maybe if he had a good retail plan for it, and maybe if he had other ideas with other big toy companies like Hasbro and Mattel and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't see why he's bailing them out. But maybe there's just something there I'm not seeing.
I mean, he still has to compete with like stuff like games like Fortnite, dude. Like that game is stupid popular.
Yeah, there's a ton of things that he has competition for. I mean,
and that's why I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think that's like a smart move, even if he has like all that money to spend.
Yeah, and let's keep in mind it is still a bid. But why would you bid that much to bail them out?
Yeah, and it's like, it just doesn't seem worth it to me. It seems like a pretty bad decision, but I don't know. I'm not a
He bid over. Let's see. Yeah. So the entire thing costed 6, 7, 8. So dude, he put about over almost $1 billion.
$1 billion, but why? That doesn't. Yeah, no, that he's pushing really hard. Maybe it's more for a personal reason. I don't know. I'm not this guy.
Not $1 billion.
No?
No.
I'm about to say that's a little bit. That's too much.
Well, maybe. Because look, 675 million. Okay, so 675 million was one bid. And the other bid was for 215 million.
Right.
So that's 800 million, 875. So like $900 million basically.
You know that he just wants to buy the stores and just remodel them into something different.
This guy put $900 million. Pretty fucking close, but $900 million to bail them out. I don't see why it would be a good bailout, but I guess maybe he has some foresight that I don't know of. I don't know. That's definitely weird. But Toys R Us was some place that I always went to as a kid. Toys R Us was the place I would bitch about going to.
Really, I never really went there that much when I was growing up. I only went there like 1 or 2 times.
Well, I grew up in Miami, so that's the only place we had to go to get toys. No one bought toys from Walmart or Target because they didn't sell as much back then.
I mean, for me, Legos were enough.
Legos were, yeah, they were enough, but they also weren't enough. Like they had some stuff over at Toys R Us that they didn't have at Target and stuff like that. They had official toys that were only marketed for Toys R Us. That's why I was saying that maybe he has some sort of strategy and trying to make some toys only official at Toys R Us, and you can only purchase them there. But it's weird because every time I do pass by Toys R Us, the things that I do see aren't really appealing. You know, they would need a total new logo change. They would need a total new brand change. They would need a lot of renovation. But like I said, I'm not a businessman. I mean, we're all business savvy in some ways, but I don't see why. I wouldn't personally bail them out or I wouldn't make a bid to buy them out. He's not bailing them out. He's buying them out. I don't see it.
Maybe he just wants those employees.
What if he... I don't know,
Maybe
man.
he's not buying the company. He's buying the employees, and then he can just like move them to somewhere else.
Like, I don't even know what companies that they own besides, I guess, Bratz and the other one that they mentioned. I don't know anything. I don't know too much besides that.
I don't know. Like I said, he still has to compete with like technology, like computers, tablets, phones. Like, have you ever seen that one annoying Apple commercial where like you see this lady kind of walk out, sees like a kid lying on the ground. It's like, what are you doing on a computer? And the kid just says like the stupid thing like, what's a computer?
What?
Yeah.
That was the Apple commercial?
That was an Apple commercial.
It's like, what you're on, you little fucker. It's a computer.
Yeah, seriously.
Just because it's Apple doesn't make it.
Yeah.
I don't get that. So
they're trying That's how they're trying to appeal. That's how trying to appeal now. Like they're trying to like get kids really into the tech savvy side.
So whenever I run across an iPhone user, I just like I facepalm super hard. I don't get the iOS system. I get it, but I don't get why people want it. You know what I mean? One, it costs way too much money for the tech you get.
Yeah.
Two, especially when it comes to their laptops, there's so many other laptops you can get that'll outperform a Mac. You know, I just don't get it. I get that there's some software that they use that is really nice for editing and whatnot, but whenever I run across someone who uses, so right now I have an LG V30.
Mm-hmm.
You have the what, S8?
Yeah, I got that Galaxy S8.
Okay, and then whenever I run across any iPhone user who has, whether it's the iPhone 8 or 6 or 10 or whatever it is, I'm just looking at them like, dude, I'm like, why would you pay that much money for that phone? You can pay.
It's just some simplicity of it, I guess, because like
stupidity of it. I don't get it. Okay,
it's a simple device. It's like there's not much to think about, especially in terms of looks.
And there's not much you can do with it.
Well, yeah, maybe people don't need that much, and that's why they go for it.
If someone wanted $1,000, they could buy a nice camera. Because people are like, oh, I love it for the picture quality and video quality. They can go buy $1,000 camera that's made for fucking taking pictures and video.
But they still need a phone.
They still need a phone. So why not? So
I wouldn't see why they couldn't just get an Apple.
That leads me to the point is like, okay, so if you want a phone, are you just buying an Apple because everyone else has an Apple next to you? Or are you buying it for the functionalities that you can use it for? Because the only functionalities I see with an Apple phone are like the simplistic ones. The browsing the internet speed and taking good pictures, but, you know, whatever. I just don't get it for myself. I just don't understand. There's not enough pros in Apple for me to purchase, to spend the money I want. Because the same money I could use to buy an Apple, I can use to buy an Android and then have a couple hundred left over.
Yeah.
And have a better performing device that's more tactical. So, like, I can download apps that are not on the Google Play Store. And if you were on like an Apple phone, it would be a lot harder to be able to download an app that's not on the Apple Store.
Yeah.
And I have this app on my phone called Terrarium TV, and you could download that off, online. So basically, you can watch any TV show, any movie that's came out in the theaters, and sometimes if it's there, you can watch movies that are still in theaters. It might be shitty quality, but you can do it. But if the movie came out 6 months ago, you can definitely get a good quality version on your phone. And I use that all the time to catch up on whatever TV show I want, movie, if I'm bored, or whatever I want, really.
And, a kid would rather use that besides playing with their Legos.
I mean, personally, I kind of would too now because I'm in the age. But you know what? I just thought about maybe kids are just maturing a lot faster.
Yeah, that too. It's the culture.
Maybe it's just the cultural change that kids are maturing a lot faster. Like you see these, 13-year-old catch you outside girls talking about fighting and, doing fucking gang shit like that. And then you have these kids who play with Legos and they considered weirdos, because the kids who do that stuff still, they're considered like kind of outcasts. They're not a part of the norm, the social norm. You know what I mean? If someone were to find out that you were 15 playing with Legos, they'd probably think you're weird. You probably wouldn't have a girlfriend, But if somebody who's 15 is doing Musically or Grammarly or Musically, whatever the fuck it's called, then they're like, oh, that's cool, that's different. But some people might think it's bullshit too. But that's basically the society we live in nowadays, or the society that kids have created for themselves nowadays.
Yeah.
Because I guess kids do morph that social structure around them whenever they get older. They will say what's cool and what's not. And then if you're doing what's not cool, they'll think you're weird for doing it because you know what you should be doing. Mm-hmm. Which is not what you're doing if you're playing with Legos all day. I don't know.
I mean, there's like been a huge like appreciation for geek culture these days now. Like,
I mean, yeah, but it's still not cool to be gay. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It depends where you're living at. Like California, hey, that's cool.
I don't know, because like yeah, maybe it might be cooler or easier taken over there. I just know that in a lot of places it's just they'll be like, hey, faggot, or they'll say shit like that. You'll still be like the gay kid,
Yeah.
and being the gay kid isn't cool. Like personally, probably no one really cares, but it's just easy for them to pick on you. You see what I'm saying? I don't agree with it at all. I was actually a part of an anti-bullying campaign when I was in, and it was actually on we were on the TV show Secret Millionaire. Yeah, it was really cool. This was when I was in, I want to say, 9th grade. Yeah, so I was a part of this group called Envy, and basically they helped kids who are being bullied kind of branch out and get out of their comfort zone to find a new comfort zone, and help get them some help with bullies at their school and whatnot, counseling. And we were on the Secret Millionaire show with Marcus Lemonis. He was the CEO of Camping World, and he was a part of the group, and he came in kind of disguised a bit, and none of us knew who he was, besides the point, because kids don't keep up with that stuff, but maybe one of the adults would know. But anyways, he came up in this really weird pedo van one time. Yeah, and that's what threw us off. They threw him in the creepiest van. If they put him in a different car, he wouldn't have turned us off at all. It's just a van that he hopped out of. It was really raggedy. But he's like, oh, I really love the cause. Can I help out some way? Can I help with a car wash? And, the Jahara Sanders, she's the one who ran the program, and she was just like, yeah, of course, you could definitely help out. So he helped out and whatnot, and at the end, he basically came out and was like, look, I'm not who I thought I was. And then cameras were all around us and stuff like that. And they were around us for a little bit because she had thought that they were recording to get the awareness of bullying out, which they were, because it played on NBC. So basically he came out as like, yeah, my name's Marcus Lemonis, you're on Secret Millionaire, and I want to make donations to you guys. So he was like, here's $35,000 for your company, and then he was like, here's a trailer from Camping World so you can take your crew on the road and go to schools and talk to kids who are bullied, stuff like that. Like super cool dude. And he donated to 3 families. He did 3 donation factors while we were there. He did our group. Another group was for, I believe it's for foster children, and the other group was for battered and beaten women and children, something like that too. So he was there and donated to 3 different organizations, and we went to this whole huge red carpet event, and where they aired the episode, and we got to watch it, and we had all the food and drinks we could ever want. Super cool experience. So we actually had a kid on our team who was gay, and he would always say, wherever I go, no matter how similar my interests are to other people, no matter the effects that I have, that people think of me. And initially, when they find out that I'm gay, they change. They always change. Whether it's a guy or a girl, they look at him different. He's like, if it's a girl, they look at me like I'm their new shopping buddy.
Wow.
And he's like, I fucking hate that. And then he's like, when it's a guy, he just thinks that I want to try to get at him or something. And I'm just like, oh, that fucking must suck.
Yeah.
That's terrible. So that's what I'm saying. Like, no matter where. So, like, in California, it might be cool, but they're still going to have that bias. Like, oh, he's gay. Oh, that's my new shopping buddy. Or, like, the guy at school be like, oh, he's gay. Let's kind of stay away from him. It's okay if he's gay. I don't care about that. I just don't want him trying to hit on me. Want him thinking that I'm gay, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's, like, just, like, weird, like, social constructs with that. Like, we're starting to accept it a lot more, and I think in the next probably 15 to 20 years, it'll be a lot better, and we'll be adjusted to it, because it's been a new thing.
Yeah.
It's been relatively new over the last 10 years. I mean, gay marriage was just legalized when? Within the last 10 years, gay marriage was legalized, right?
Yeah.
Because it was, whenever I was younger, whenever we were, like, in elementary school, that shit was still illegal. You couldn't marry.
Mm-hmm.
You
Not to mention, it was still kind of like you made fun of it.
Yeah. And then, dude, we had games. I remember when I lived in Colorado, we had a game called Smear the Queer.
Oh, yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't even know what the word queer meant. And then I came home saying it one day. I was like, I was the queer, and I got smeared. My dad was like, "What the fuck?" He was like, "Who told you that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a game we play outside." He's like, "Don't fuck." He's like, "Don't play that game." He's like, "What is that?" So me and the queer. So I was like, "Yeah, you know, it's just like." I forget how it goes, but all I know is like you fucking get rocked. You get hit by people. Like I don't know. I don't remember how the game went, but I remember that one.
All I
day
remember is like someone was picked who was the queer, and everybody else just
tried to
chased
hit
after
him. We tried to hit them. And so that just shows you right there what they were aiming for.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's about time to wrap up here.
All right.
So it's been a good talk today.
Yeah, it is.
So our new schedules are gonna be
Just like pretty much Monday, like we were just doing right
Monday,
now.
Thursday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are our new recording times. So Monday we're gonna have a topic, and then Thursday we're gonna talk about UFC stuff. It's gonna be our fight talk.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about fight night this Thursday.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about fight night. We'll be talking about fights that are coming up, and also what happened in the week, all the drama and bullshit.
Yeah.
There's always stuff going on with UFC. We encourage you to start watching UFC. It's a great sport.
Pick it up.
Anyone could get into it. I mean,
You'll become a fan of like plenty of fighters. You think you'll like only one, you'll like 10.
you'll like a lot of fighters, regardless of age. Just get into it, start watching it. I guarantee you'll find a lot of things you like about it. And also Sundays. So Mondays we're gonna do topic. Thursdays we're gonna do fight talk, and then Sundays we're gonna do another topic. So yeah, guys, that's that.
Yep.
Give us a follow at Bear Mind Trip on all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
And tell your friends.
Yeah, just tell your friends about the podcast. If you have any ideas or anything, just shoot some comments down in the description below, and we'll definitely check through them and read them. And then you'll find out if we picked your topic when we record an episode. So, all right, guys, you keep it good.
Take care.
Yeah, you take care. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.